What's going on, OTR fans? Welcome back to the next podcast. I feel like we had a really good conversation in this one. Talked about a whole lot of different things. We talked about the upcoming release of the NCAA 24 video game.
Hence the jerseys.
We talked a lot about, got a little bit into like spirituality, religion a little bit, as we always do. Had a really good starting five. Stay tuned for that. And we got into a little bit of the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul upcoming fight.
Yeah, stay tuned to the end for that. We talked about it right after we cut it off. But if you don't care, we are 11 subscribers away from hitting triple digits. We're about to hit 100 subscribers and we couldn't be more happy. And we're so thankful for you guys for tuning in and all the love and support you've shown. So if we can get 11 more subscribers, we'll be at that 100 mark. So please subscribe. Please like this video. Please leave a comment and turn on that post notification bell if you want to get notified whenever we upload our next video. We're thankful for you guys. This is a great episode and thanks for the support. We'll see y'all in the next one. Enjoy this video. Peace.
We're gonna get a little cheers in.
That's
for
right.
the mics, dude.
Cheers to the mics, brother.
These have been a freaking pain.
Shout out to you though.
That's good.
This was the move.
This was definitely the move.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm so excited to see how this podcast sounds.
I feel cooler.
I feel like we're actually podcasting.
Yeah, I know.
Versus like the way we've been filming, like on the phone. Like I notice whenever I listen to it at work or in the car, like my volume has to go so high.
Mm-hmm.
But then something like when the podcast ends,
Mm-hmm.
the intro shoots or the outro shoots,
So loud.
it is so loud.
I know.
I have to if I'm in the car, I have to jump and turn it down.
Mm-hmm.
So like everybody that's been dealing with it this far, we appreciate you sticking around because we're trying. We're upping the game a little bit.
We are 100%.
Trying to a little bit.
Balance that out.
Yeah, you wouldn't realize, or people at home that don't really do stuff like this, like mess around with audio, video. I didn't realize how difficult and how much I didn't understand about this stuff.
Oh, dude, it's such a big learning process, and there's definitely a way we can equalize the sound to the intro outro parts.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know what I mean? I think you can just go in and edit the sound and turn it down. But there is so much that goes into it.
There's a lot.
There's a
I
lot.
mean, there's a whole club in high school and stuff, the AV club, that they did stuff like this.
I wish I would have done that in high school. I wish I would have done broadcasting.
I wish I would have maybe taken a class in it.
Yeah.
It's good knowledge to have.
Yeah,
But,
like broadcasting. That's something
yeah.
I wish I would have done. You know what I mean?
I think honestly, maybe mixing and stuff, the audio of that program you have, maybe that would do something for it. But to be honest with you, I'm just stoked we have mics now.
I know, dude. I am too.
Yeah.
I am too. I'm hoping it's picking me up okay.
Oh,
I think
I'm
sound
sure.
right.
I'm sure it is from the thousands of audio tests that we've done so
Yeah.
far.
Exactly. I 100% agree. How far is it from your perspective? How far does it look like my mouth is from the mic? A foot?
Like a foot and a half.
Foot and a half, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. You're probably 10 inches, I'd say. And that worries me.
If that's 10 inches, your wife's lying to you.
Dude, that's 10 inches.
Pull the tape measure out. But yeah, if you guys have noticed so far, we are in some college football jerseys.
Yes, sir.
And it just so happened that Bailey had the Miami jersey in his closet.
Yeah.
It's a funny coincidence that I was like, yeah, dude, go get it. They actually play each other the first game of the season.
I had no idea.
Which is crazy.
That is crazy.
That just so happened. But
Two Florida teams, too. That's crazy.
yeah.
You know?
All right, shout out Florida. That's where the best football players are. That's what Deion Sanders says.
Really?
Yeah. He said he said the best players come from Florida and Texas. I think he said Southern California too. He was on the Note Boys podcast and was talking about it.
Oh, yeah. I haven't watched
But
it.
he was just saying there's some dogs in Florida. And
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
A history of football. But the reason we have these jerseys on is because today, we're shooting this on Friday, May 16th. Today, NCAA 24 dropped the official trailer for the game. And I could not be more stoked about it.
Yeah, dude, that's sick. That's sick. I agree. It's like at this point, it's like it maybe dropped 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
barely been out at this point. The videos, the trailer's so sick. July 19th is when we're getting it. That's a big day for even the people that aren't gamers. That's a big deal.
Oh yeah.
Like there's gonna be
absolutely.
non-gamers going to a midnight release for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I
People
mean?
that haven't played video games in years.
Exactly.
Just because,
2014.
like, yeah, maybe they like grew up out of it or whatever, and the last games they remember playing from their childhood were like NCAA playing like 2K, or they were like probably the sports fans. We're gonna get a whole swath of people coming back
Exactly.
to play this video game, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But watching that trailer, dude,
Yeah.
I had chills. The
Yeah.
graphics look insane.
They do. They look really
Like
cool.
there's certain scenes, like when they're coming out of the tunnels, that it looks like real life.
Yeah.
Like it's almost indistinguishable.
Yeah. Yeah, and the freaking the Texas, like the Longhorns, when that bull was inside there just jumping around, I'm like, that's crazy looking.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it was Pittsburgh, Penn State. I know Oregon had it too with the duck on the back of a motorcycle, but another team like had the guy.
Oh, this Wake Forest, Demon Deacons.
Was that Wake
Yeah,
Forest?
he comes out on the chopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be cool. Apparently, they said that I can't remember the actual reporter. One of the like the commentators, it took him 2 years to record to voice everything.
Wow.
He said there's so many different things you can, and like there's like
Wow.
crazy situations that you can like unlock new things for them to say.
Really?
Yeah. So I think one of them, he said he was like, you could be into like, you have to be in like the second or third overtime of a game, and you have to kick a field goal, and the other team has a chance to match or score you. And it's like that.
That's insane.
It's down to that precise.
That's insane.
That is insane.
I mean, that's like 2K.
Yeah.
Like NBA 2K, but granted, NBA 2K has never stopped, so they'll definitely reuse some stuff they've had for the past 10 years in crazy situations like that. So then they'll reuse that. Then there's new ones, of course, for new players and stuff like that. But I can only imagine with the effort they put into this game. We haven't had an NCAA football game since 2014, which it was NCAA 14, so it probably released in 2013. So then we're looking at 11 years since the last one released.
Yep.
You know
Over
what I
a
mean?
decade.
So it's like, I doubt they'll be reusing anything from there. I mean, maybe.
No, I think they have completely just from scratch built this game.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think there's no way you can't do it that way.
Yeah.
With as giant of a release as this is, as much as the population has been like asking and dying for this game,
Yeah.
like it has to be built from scratch. It
Yeah.
has to be like go through, hand select everything, make it exactly perfect.
Yeah.
Because it's the rebirth of this title series.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. There's one concern that I have.
Mm-hmm.
And some people may be for or against this, but my main concern is also there's a special, I don't know if it's like a pre-order thing or like a special edition of the game, but it comes with Madden 25. And when it comes with Madden 25, it has me worried that the engine's going to run very similar to Madden. And I can't stand the new Maddens. And I really hope that's not the case.
I think it's gonna be.
You think it's going to be?
Yeah, because it's EA Sports. It's the same company that makes Madden.
Madden is EA Sports.
Yeah.
It's not 2K.
No.
2K Sports, I mean, know how to make
No,
a
it's
game now.
it's EA Sports that makes Madden, so I guarantee
Yeah.
you it's gonna run exactly the same as the new Maddens.
Man.
But what you're talking about is the Heisman edition.
Maybe.
It's like $150.
It comes with both games, though.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is 150 is crazy.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it came with both games. I thought it was just like a bunch of like DLC stuff or
Yeah.
like some extra stuff that you get to buy.
Yeah.
Like I was kind of contemplating buying it.
Yeah. Well, when you look on the trailer, if you look at the description of the video, it's like a super long description, but then it lets you know that there's a version that comes with both NCAA 25 and Madden 25.
I'd say it's probably the Heisman edition
Yeah.
because when they released the pricing for it, it was obviously $69.99
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
your standard edition, and then
course.
$149.99 for the Heisman edition. So I would say there's
Literally
probably
2 games,
Madden. It's probably 2 games, so you're looking at what if it's $140,
Yeah.
and then maybe like $10 extra of like extra stuff
Some
that you get to
DLC
buy.
maybe.
Yeah,
Like special uniforms or something.
yeah. That is another thing I'm kind of looking forward to. Uniform customization.
Uniform
like
customization.
If you can I hope it's like older Maddens that you can create a team.
Yeah.
I used to love creating teams as a kid. I thought it was so much fun.
Yeah.
I hope that's in the game. But uniform customization, meaning like you can go through and like select jersey, pants, not just like select combinations.
Like 2K. Like 2K.
But like put like an old school jersey with like new pants or something like that.
Literally exactly like 2K.
Like,
socks, helmet, shoes. Then you can change the year of the uniform because they'll use like the same uniforms from like 06 to 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the newer ones. Then you can go back to the 60s and stuff.
Yeah.
That would be really cool if they did all of that.
Yeah, that would be sick because I mean there are some dope uniform combinations out there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And I don't know if you remember back in the podcast with AJ, we did like top sports team jerseys.
Yeah.
If they have the Gator Skin uniforms, I will win a championship wearing those things.
Oh my god.
I'm not lying. I will win a championship. Like if I get to the NCAA championship, I will wear Gator Skin.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Those jerseys are hard.
That's cool. That's really cool. So, me and you play video games together. I know that I play probably for every hour of video games you play, I probably play 4. I play a lot of video games.
I was going to say, you're probably like triple, quadruple my time playing.
What is your expected, like, with this game? Is this like a come home from work, cutting it on for the next 3 months type deal? Or is this, like, because whenever I have a game that releases, like, I'll legit, not that I'm saying you should do this, but if I'm, like, working out regularly and like being productive, and there's like a big game release, I'll literally throw all that to the side.
Yeah.
And I kind of hate it that that's a thing, but like whenever Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom came out, and whenever the Resident Evil 4 remake came out, I put all my priorities to the side for a while. I would come home, get out of the shower after work, play until Hannah got home. Me and Hannah would eat dinner. After dinner, I would immediately play that game, and I'm just obsessed.
Yeah, see, no, I haven't been that way with video games in a long time.
And that's good. I commend you for that.
And I'm not saying like that's necessarily bad for you.
And I just
think
to
that
get out of that.
Yeah, I think it can become a problem.
It can be. And
like if you have priorities, like they're priorities, you got to take care of those.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And honestly, like as much as I think it should be, and it is healthy for you, working out's really not a priority to everybody.
Yeah.
You know, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. You live your life how you want. But for me, like, yeah, it is a priority. So what I'm going to end up doing is get off work, go straight to the gym. I'll get home from the gym at least by 5, no later than 5:15, 5:30.
Yeah.
And then make some food. And instead of sitting down and watching something, I'm going to cut the PlayStation on. And I'm going to play till 8, 8:30 at night.
Yeah.
You know, shower, go to bed,
Yeah.
and wake up, repeat.
Yeah.
Like, I will no
100%.
life this game for me.
Yeah.
No lifing for me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fair. And this one, and I have since in the past week and a half, I have changed my approach to that. I have been and I've been talking to you about this. I've been bettering my priorities because I have a lot of things that I want to not need to change necessarily, but there's a lot of bigger goals that I've set for myself that I'm like, dude, look, if you're going to get behind or you're going to be overwhelmed if you wait till the end to make these changes to elevate yourself to the point to where you need to be whenever the time comes for this. If I don't change something now. Not that I don't think I'm like living like a horrible life, and I'm not going to compare myself to anybody because then that.
No, but I feel like you have high standards for yourself, which is a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Like you need to have high standards for yourself, but it's such like a balancing act because you also don't want to have that situation to where like you're too hyper focused and never have time to just spin by yourself and enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus like playing video games a little bit too much and taking too much time off. You know, like there is a happy medium in between that. I feel like I am knocking this mic around a little bit, and I hope that that's not the case because I don't want any noise.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Okay. I think I'm good.
I think you're good too.
Still getting used to them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Really feel like I'm on a real podcast right now.
I know how to do. Also, we are figuring these mics out. So if like we're figuring out the audio, we're figuring out all the knobs, all the buttons, all the different settings that these mics have. So just bear with us, and we'll definitely get it honed in. But this is episode 1 with these new mics. So.
Dude, it's such an upgrade from
I know.
anything else.
It's 0 to 100.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing we don't have is multiple cameras. Really.
That's coming.
Yeah. Multiple cameras is gonna be crazy.
But no, back to what you're saying. Yeah, I think it's all just a balancing act.
I agree.
Like there's nothing wrong with taking some time off and playing some video games. Just like there's nothing wrong with going on a little grind session for a couple months and just, getting as far ahead as you can.
Yeah.
And not like letting any distractions get in.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think it's important for your mental health to have that balance.
And I love it, but I do get a little bit of hyper obsessive.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm a very hyper obsessive person with anything
No shit.
that I put myself into.
Like anybody that knows you knows that.
Yeah, dude. Literally anything.
Yeah.
It's one thing, and then it's super focused for, like, just with sports cards here recently.
Mm-hmm.
I've been into it, but it's like I dove so hard now that I'm back into sports cards. And it's literally everything. So when I play video games, not only do I want to play that game and upgrade my character, whatever have you be, I go to the extent of where I have a PlayStation, I will get the platinum trophy for that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Helldivers, I got so obsessed, grind, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go for the freaking platinum on this game.
Yeah, I remember, was it me, it was me and you and like 2 randoms.
Yeah.
And we were like
getting
typing
trophies.
in the chat trying to tell them what to do.
Yeah. Exactly. And dude, I mean...
But see, that's the thing is like, and maybe that's just where we're different. A platinum trophy really doesn't like...
For me, dude, it
don't really scratch an itch, you know?
It does for me.
Because just playing the game is enough of an it, or enough of a scratch for the itch.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I definitely respect that, and I wish my mind could, like, drop that. But it's like there's, like, a whole sector of YouTube of people, entire YouTube channels that just make videos on platinuming video games. And these people have like 500,000, 800,000 subscribers just because they 100% a game. And I'm like, man. And then I'm like, should I even be platinuming this game if I'm not making content on it? Or like just, you know what I mean? Things like that. But yes, I do hyper obsess over anything, period. If I have some sort of interest in it, I will go very deep for a short period of time or a long period of time. And a lot of the things as of the past 3 years are things that I've gone hyper obsessive and are going to last for a while.
Yeah, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Yeah. I mean, it can, if it gets out of control, it can be.
Yeah.
But like, to be honest with you, that's kind of like a superpower. You know?
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
it kind of is.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse for sure. It's a double-edged sword.
It is a double-edged sword, but I don't know. Maybe it's kind of like what we were talking about the last episode with like ego. Mm-hmm. It's like as long as it's controlled, and put towards and used in the right situations, like I think it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, because like, and I honestly I kind of envy you in that, but I just don't get like super hyper obsessive about stuff. But I do though, so it's like
you definitely have gone to a far level in fitness for sure that I've never even come close to reaching.
I guess no, actually I take that. I guess I do get hyper obsessive because like when I set my mind to something, like I just go.
Yeah.
You know, because in my mind it's like I guess like growing up, my mom always taught me is like if you're gonna do something, just do it 100%.
Yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, if you did something 100%, you'll have no regrets about it.
100%.
And you know what I mean?
I didn't even. But
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, if you go all out at something, and it doesn't work out, or you don't enjoy it as much as you thought, you can at least be like, okay, cool, just not for me.
Exactly.
Move on.
100. Exactly. Yes.
And you don't 100%.
I know, dude. That's just part of my vocabulary.
Yeah, and I think it's the same way. As it's like, I guess that was just instilled in me at such a young age. Like, shout out, Mom.
Yeah.
That if something's just not for me or not working out, like I can just leave it, no problem. But like if I get into something, like I get into something.
Yeah.
Like right now, like reading my Bible, like I'm reading like 2 different books of the Bible.
It's a great thing to
at one time.
Yeah.
I'm also, it's a study Bible that I went and bought. So like I'm also reading the study portions of each.
Yeah, which is so cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
I have a study Bible as well, and that, dude.
It gives you insight that you didn't really think about.
Exactly.
And on top of that, I'm reading Wild at Heart, which is like
Great book.
a Christian book.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm in.
Yeah, dude, exactly.
Super deep in.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I'm now reading is predecessor the term for a book, something that comes after something, or is that before?
Sequel would maybe be, or I get
What's
what you're
predecessor mean? Predecessor. Because I know precursor is before.
Predecessor, I think, is one
After?
that follows.
The one that follows?
I think so.
Well, then, if
Don't quote me on that.
that's the case, yeah, don't quote either of us on that, but if that's the case, I'm reading the predecessor to that book, which is called Fathered by God. And it is so good, dude.
I'm not ignoring you. I'm doing a Jamie.
Yeah, pulling up definition of predecessor.
This is embarrassing. I don't know how to spell it.
I do, just talk it.
Predecessor.
That's right.
It looked up the Preds game at first. No, that's not. There's a game called Predecessor, apparently.
Definition?
Yeah, that's what
Predecessor definition? I'm going to say it's
a person who held a job or office before the current holder. So no, that's not.
Oh gosh, it's not the predecessor then.
No. Let's nah, screw it. I would call it a sequel.
Sequel.
But it's not necessarily a sequel.
The book that follows.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the next one he made chronologically in his series of writings.
Yeah. Yeah. So the book you're reading is the predecessor to the book that I'm reading currently.
Yes.
And it is
way to put it.
It's a fantastic book too. You know, it is.
Yeah, for my Christian people out there, like, to be honest with you, you don't even have. It's a book about a man finding his true purpose in life through Christ, and basically how to be a man and Christ-like. Mm-hmm. But he even says it in the book. Like, even a woman can read this book.
Yeah.
And just kind of get an inside look to how a man is made.
Yeah, and it helps them understand to a deeper level of things that, like, you may get in an argument with your husband about, but it's like...
It's like, because, like, we're different people. It's like, and women a lot of times are just like, why do you do stuff like that?
Yeah.
Why are you this way? And it's like, well, this is kind of why.
Yeah.
Not to give anybody an out for bad behavior.
Yeah.
But, at times it's like, it's good to understand the opposite sex because it's like, we don't think about stuff the same. We don't react the same way.
Yeah.
We're just different creatures, which is fine. Mm-hmm. That's the way we're intended to be.
Yeah.
But this book really gives you a good insight to that, to where, like, it's great for partners.
Yeah. It is 100%.
Just like couples, maybe you guys are engaged or in a relationship and you're pretty sure that's the person you're going to end up with. Mm-hmm. Couldn't recommend it enough.
Yeah, exactly. And even, I would say, even if you're not a Christian, like the title of the book says a lot. As a man, we are wild at heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we have a deeper instinct to do things that a woman doesn't want to do. Not that she can't, but you get what I'm saying? I think even with regardless of what your spiritual beliefs are, you could get so much out of this book just from how good of a perspective this man has that's very, even though it's a Christian book, it's very non-biased. You know what I mean? He has no problem with calling out the wrongings of a modern church. Or
no, not at all.
You know what I mean? He does it. It's very well written, and I think anyone could enjoy reading this book.
Yeah, honestly, I think anybody could really get anything from it. Mm-hmm. The reason I said that is because I know, like, a lot of Christian people like to try to be as non-secular as possible.
Yeah.
And whether that's like the music they listen to or the stuff that they watch on TV, which I totally understand.
Yeah.
I could be better in that sense, I guess. I still watch the sexy stuff, the brutal, the murder, the stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I could be better about it. I know I could. But
we all could.
Yeah, but
some
it is
of the
still
games we play. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But
I can't.
That's the least of my worries, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I feel like that stuff doesn't really weigh heavy on my heart. But like that's the reason I said that, is because I know some people like to be secular and like, this is a really good Christian book. But you're totally right. People that aren't religious at all, totally recommend that book. It's a fantastic book.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel the same way about the Bible.
Dude, 100%.
Like, even if you're not religious, like,
yeah.
there's nothing in the Bible that it teaches that if you implement in your life, makes your life worse.
Yeah. Exactly.
It
Not
can
a single
only
thing.
improve your life.
Yeah.
You don't,
Apply these
and you don't
principles.
even exactly. You don't even
Yeah.
have to believe in Christ or God or anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, read the Bible and apply those teachings. Your life will get better.
Dude, 100%. And it helps you understand yourself. It helps you understand other people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really good navigation tool towards life.
What is it from the Love Guru? Basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Yeah. Bible. Yeah.
Bibble.
Bibble. Yeah. That's so funny. But yes. Two great book recommendations.
Mm. What got us off on that tangent?
I don't know. We were talking about video games, then we got hyper obsession
Yeah.
is ultimately what got us off on that tangent.
Mm.
And applying where to draw the line in beliefs in hyper obsession, knowing what's better for you, what that's what got us off on that path.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I feel like we definitely like closed the loop pretty well though.
Mhm. I would agree. I don't know if there was anything that we did leave open there, aside
No.
from being hyper obsessive,
We're definitely hyper obsessive.
and that's we were talking about how you were like, I don't think I'm really hyper obsessive like that, and then you're
And
like,
there
well,
is
well,
example A of
Yeah.
how hyper obsessive I get about it is like
exactly.
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah. No, and then it's like, okay, low key. When we started playing Guitar Hero, we both definitely got a little hyper obsessive.
oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So-
Yeah, we beat 3 games in a week.
Yeah, and then
Or like a
fourth
week and
one.
a half.
and then a fourth one. Now we're working on our 5th one.
Yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean? Then we beat
Rock the
80s.
80s took a little while because like it was fun, but I did feel like that game we were just trying to get through.
In a sense, yeah.
'Cause, like,
first
I'm
night
not
was
a-
a blast.
The first night was a blast because
But
we were like drinking and
Yeah.
like having a good time.
Yeah,
But then also like I'm just not the biggest fan of 80s music.
yeah, yeah.
It was a vibe that night.
It was for sure.
It was a vibe, but
sure.
I'm just not the biggest fan of 80s music.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's totally fair. And
Which I
then-
know a lot of bands came from those bands. Like, I mean, it's just lineage.
Yeah,
A lot of metal bands came from those bands, like Iron Maiden, stuff like that. That's like where a lot of metal bands started.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like what we're playing right now, like
Oh, dude.
yeah, Warriors of Rock,
Oh my gosh.
fire.
Dude, that game's
Fire.
crazy.
It is crazy.
Oh my gosh, that game is so fun. And there's so many songs on that game.
So many good songs. Like the very first set list we played had Again by Flyleaf.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
as soon as we saw it, we both were just like,
Are you kidding me? Yeah.
we kind of looked at each
Yeah.
other for a second, like, we're playing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
How You Remind Me by Nickelback was on there.
Yes,
Dude, that's such a good song. And if anybody hates Nickelback, quit being a poser.
Yeah. Yeah. Quit lying.
Yeah,
Quit
quit lying.
Yeah.
Quit being a sheep and going on with mainstream media.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know for a fact, if I put that on the jukebox at a bar, at a restaurant, whatever, you're either nodding your head or singing along. And
Yeah.
you know every word.
Yeah. You know every word. It's-
You know every word.
Yeah. That's Nickelback, bro.
I think that goes for like they call Nickelback kind of fits in there with like all the other bands of like dad rock or divorced dad rock or whatever.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, everybody says like, "Oh, it's a terrible genre of music." Turn it on and watch people go crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody knows every song.
Yeah.
"Lips of an Angel" by Hinder.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh my gosh.
Come on now,
You got free tickets to a Nickelback concert. You're going.
dude.
You might even drive 5. Not us, but you get free tickets to a Nickelback concert
Speak for yourself, buddy.
in Georgia. You're driving to it.
Yeah, speak
Not-
for yourself.
not you.
I drive.
No, I would too. I'm just saying the people that are closet Nickelback fans that don't want to admit you're going.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
Forget what society says. If you like it, you like it, and love it, and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Like don't
Yeah, yeah.
matter what anybody else says. Speaking of ticket prices, what I sent you today,
Yeah.
I sent to everybody because I saw it and I was like, "There's absolutely no way this is the case."
Yeah.
So I went last season and I went and watched Florida and Tennessee play in the Swamp. First time down in the Swamp. I talked about it on the podcast. Fantastic experience. I loved it. So this year I wanted to go to the UT Florida game in Neyland. And I looked up tickets. I mean, we're in May right now.
Mhm.
Like halfway through May.
Yeah.
we have a whole nother like. I think that game's in October, so like 3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
Before that game even comes on, and I looked up tickets. I get on the website, upper level tickets, like nosebleeds. Like if I look over, there's just a railing and then probably like a 200-foot drop to the ground, like at the top of the stadium. Cheapest ticket was like $1,200.
That's insane.
Insane.
My question is why?
I don't know. If you wanted to go lower bowl, $2,100 minimum.
Why though?
I don't know, but then I continued to look at other places because, like, I told everybody there. I was at work when I did this. Mm-hmm. I told everybody, I was like, guess the ticket prices, and they were like $4, $5, $3, and I was like $1,200
for the cheapest ticket.
For the cheapest, and one of the guys I work with, Chad, he goes to a bunch of shows and stuff, so he's really good at like finding tickets. Mm-hmm. And he was like, well, you know, StubHub has them for this, and like SeatGeek has them for that. So I switched over to SeatGeek, which shout out SeatGeek. Shout out SeatGeek. We need a sponsor. Mm-hmm. They're great with tickets. I was able to find them around like $290, $300.
Oh, okay.
Upper level.
Okay. What were you looking on first? Ticketmaster?
StubHub.
StubHub first. Really?
$1,200, yeah.
Dang.
Which is insane. I was like, why?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's a huge game, don't get me wrong, but like...
Yeah, all the talent there is a bunch of prospects right now. Not anybody crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I was gone. Like... Unless these people are thinking these are Michael Jordans out here.
To be fair, like, Florida's returning their quarterback, and we're returning a few different starters, but, like, still, it's just like... This isn't like, you know, Alabama playing Texas.
Yeah.
You know, that I could see those games being like, you know, in Tuscaloosa, $1,200 for a ticket is like, I could see that because that's like, Bama got them the first time really close.
Yeah.
Texas got them the second time really close. This is going to be a crazy game.
Yeah.
Both those teams were, you know, I think they were both in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't know. $1,200 is insane for that game.
Yeah. Oh, dude, 100%.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. But 260 is very affordable.
No, I'll drop. I'm gonna go that.
You're gonna go to that game.
Yeah, and the closer it gets to time, I'm sure the tickets will like rise, and then like maybe like a week or two before the game, they'll drop back down because people are trying to get rid of them.
Yeah.
And I'll probably buy it then, but I'm definitely going to that game.
Yeah.
$300 is the atmosphere of college football.
Yeah.
Is just unlike any other.
Yeah. I know you
need to come to a game with me, bro.
I've been to one game my entire life.
And it's a VT game.
Okay, whoa. I've been to one UT game in my entire life. I've been to 6 or 7 Virginia Tech games because, like,
I want to make a trip to Virginia Tech this year too.
It's really cool. It's
Yeah.
really cool, dude. I can't tell you who all they played that year. This was the year.
Y'all got like season tickets though, right?
Yes, my mom got season tickets because this was before my grandfather passed away, and he was friends with these people that had they donated like over $100,000 to the school each year. So they had like a gold. There's like bronze, silver, gold, then it's either diamond or platinum memberships with alumni, and they had the gold. So they got season tickets for them along with 10 other ones. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So my mom got my grandfather, my mom, my grandmother, and then they had still like 6 or 5 other ones to give away, which was insane. So that's how we got to go. But yeah, we had the 2014-2015 season, our junior year. That's the season we had season tickets.
Yeah.
So we went to almost every home game, which was crazy.
Yeah, and I would love to go to a Virginia Tech game.
It's really cool. They shoot off a cannon every time they get a touchdown. They do Inner Sandman whenever the game.
That's why I want to go.
It's really cool, and the whole stadium's jumping, dude. It's crazy.
I do. I want to go. See, I'm such a fan of college football. Like, I think that's going to be my life when I retire.
Really?
Is that, you know how like some people are just like, I want to make it to every NASCAR stadium. I want to see every college football like experience.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
big school
wise, obviously
I'm not like the ETSU's and
no,
then going
like
to App State.
I could run. I've been to an App State game. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But been there, done that.
Yeah.
They're a great football team.
It's because they're local though. Not like that in every state because you'd
I'd never finish.
There goes your 401k.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like I want to go, I want to go see, Penn State come out.
Yeah.
We are Penn State.
Yeah.
That I want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to be there for a whiteout game.
Yeah.
I want to go to Wisconsin and watch them do the jump around.
Yeah.
I want to go to Virginia Tech and watch them do their entrance to Enter Sandman. I want to see spectacles like that.
That's
like,
cool.
I want because it's like I don't know. It's just the energy, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody's there. It's like doesn't matter if you're for this team or that team. It's just like, bro, like this is dope.
Yeah.
Like Rocky Top and Neyland. I'm a Gator fan to my core.
Yeah.
Gators or anything. Or Gator or nothing. Like I just love the Florida Gators.
Yeah.
But I gotta tip my hat to the Volunteer Nation,
Exactly.
bro.
Yeah.
Like Rocky Top in Neyland is like, yeah, bro. Like that's what I love.
Yeah.
I love that about college football.
Yeah.
I hate you guys.
Yeah.
But I love this.
Yeah.
you know?
No, that's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's just the deep love for that. Yeah. And I like that a lot.
That's where I think, like we were talking about last podcast, people getting their identities on stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's where people make the mistake because it's like at the root of it, like I'll talk crap with people. I love talking crap with people, especially about sports.
Yeah.
Because it's like I have a leg to stand on whenever it's Tennessee versus Florida.
Yeah.
We own that all-time record.
Yeah.
But like when people get upset about stuff like that, it's like, bro, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
I just love college football.
Yeah.
I love your team.
Yeah.
But I love my team more, so I'm going to talk crap about your team.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to beat you guys.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's just sportsmanship.
Yeah.
It's just the love for the game that we all
100%.
share. So you just can't let your identity get wrapped up in it.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think that's a very level-headed approach to that situation, and that's really cool. Dude, like going to Oregon, going to Michigan, UCLA, like just
going to the Big House would be dope.
Big House. Who's the Big House?
That's what Michigan.
Michigan's the Big House.
Because it's the biggest stadium in the nation.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Number one.
It holds the most.
What do you know the rough estimate of that number?
109, 110.
Oh wow! So it's not that much bigger than Neyland.
No, Neyland's one of the largest in the country.
It's like top 5, isn't it?
It's number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah, I think it is. It's either number 4 or number 3. It's Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State, and then Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Bama's up there too.
Really?
LSU's up there.
Really?
Florida's up there. Florida's like 9th or 8th.
Really?
And they only have 89,000.
Wraps all the way around?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Florida's, to be honest with you, like going to Neyland and then going to Florida, like Florida looks smaller.
Yeah.
So much louder.
Yeah.
So much louder.
Really?
Which was shocking.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it was, I have never heard a stadium that loud in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I've been to Neyland when like they break a touchdown, long touchdown or whatever, throw a bomb and they catch it, I went to the Texas A&M game last year and like it was tight for a little bit. Like it was never that loud. But whenever Florida was playing Tennessee last year, opening drive, we come out, they block our field goal, and then Tennessee scores on a bomb pass in like 3 plays, and like the place is dead quiet. We're like, oh my God, here we go.
Yeah.
And then we get the ball back, and we're on like hour 40, 45, and ETN breaks a run for like 60 yards to the touchdown. The only thing I could hear was just...
Yeah.
It was like white noise in real life.
Yeah.
Because it was so loud.
Yeah.
And then it was just like boom, 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 because the fireworks going off. I was like, dude, this is insane.
That's crazy.
Like, I'm getting chills thinking about it.
Yeah, that's
like,
so cool.
It was loud. But yeah, Michigan would be dope to go to. Penn State would be dope to go to. Mm-hmm. Big Ten football is coming up. I'd like to go to a lot of those games. I'd like to go to like a red out game in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Because Nebraska has a rich history of college football.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That'd be really cool.
But I do have a bucket list to make it to every SEC school for a game.
Oh, that's easily doable.
It is doable, but
SEC
we just added 2 more.
Who are the 2?
Texas and Oklahoma.
Okay, yeah.
Which when I was in Austin, I walked around and we walked the campus of UT, and it was pretty cool. We went by the stadium, and like got to see the stadium and stuff, but not like inside the stadium. We got to see the outside or whatever.
Yeah.
But it would be cool to go to a game there. Bryant Denny.
Yeah.
I think Bryant Denny is Alabama. I think I just messed that up.
I don't even know who you're talking about, but this is a player, coach.
Well, I would
owner?
think they name it after people
Stadium.
like that. Stadium. They named
Gotcha.
the stadium.
Okay.
I think Bryant Denny is Alabama's because Bear Bryant.
Bear Bryant.
Yeah, that was like one of their legendary coaches.
Yeah, dude. I can't tell you anything about that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's cool though, dude. Speaking of just sports events, live events, something that we got to do. We probably have 2 or 3 years to do it. Just because it's like I know I would regret it if I didn't because I had the opportunity to.
I think I know where this is going.
We got to see LeBron before he retires.
Oh, that's not where I thought this was going.
No, we gotta go to a Hornets game whenever they're in town, whatever team he plays on.
Bro, we go to Memphis or Atlanta.
Yeah, I'd rather go to Atlanta, Charlotte, or anywhere else before Memphis. 'Cause, dude, like
Memphis can be sketchy, bro.
and it's like 50% that, but the other 50% is a long drive.
And it's like 8 hours.
Like if you turn Tennessee up like this,
We're
we can
on
get
the
to Canada faster than Memphis. Did you know that? With where we're at in Tennessee?
No way.
Because like Tennessee is angled like this for the viewer.
Yeah.
We're up here. Memphis is down here.
It's exact opposite corners.
You turn Tennessee up like this with where we're at. You can get to Canada from like where the Great Lakes are, where the Big Dip is in Michigan. You can get to Canada faster than you can get to Memphis from where we are.
But you would have to drive cross, like in theory, what you're saying,
as
straight line.
As the crow flies.
Yes.
Straight line, yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Because it's like, to where my family lives in New York is like right under 10 hours.
And that's New York.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're talking about the same state.
That is nuts.
That's insane.
That is nuts.
That's insane. So, and it's like that. There's really no talent that I want to see in Memphis right now. You know what I mean? John Morant would be cool, but that's about it. And he's been hurt.
Yeah, the Hornets would be dope.
No, the Hornets is super cool. I've been to a Hornets game. I wouldn't mind to go to Atlanta Hawks game. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, see some Trae Young throw up threes.
Dude, there's talks that Trae Young might be going to the Lakers because his contract is up this offseason.
Really?
Yeah.
LeBron's definitely playing another year, huh?
For sure, to play with Bronny.
Bronny's coming in.
And the Lakers would love to see him retire in a yellow and purple uniform. We'll see what happens. So they'll probably do anything they can to
I don't think he's going anywhere.
He may not go anywhere, but it depends on who picks up Bronny in the draft. If Bronny's going to get traded or if LeBron's going to go to where Bronny's going. Because it's crazy just to say that first time in history –
Father-son played on the same team.
First of all, first time in history, a father and son have never been in the league at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, let alone them playing on the same team, that's insane.
Yeah, that is very true.
So they're definitely they'll pull any strings they can to make that happen, just because of history. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I get that completely.
Yeah, that's kind of like paying it back to LeBron for everything he's done for that sport and that company.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And I really like that. Speaking of that, NBA playoffs are going crazy right now.
I haven't really been following. I've been following the NHL playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been following those, and I know you reached out to me to give you the bracket for Fastenal.
Yeah.
You know, if you could pick every series right and the winner, kind of like a March Madness thing.
That's so hard, though.
For the NHL playoffs, they would give you free tickets to NHL games. I tried.
Yeah.
But I don't know where the New York Rangers came from. They beat the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
They had them down like 3-1.
Yeah.
Or 3-0.
Yeah.
They had them.
Is it a 7-game series?
Yeah, they had them 3-0.
Yeah.
At one point, and the Canes won 2 in a row. Barely won the second one, and then the third one, the Hurricanes just beat them outright. And
Really?
they got knocked out, which sucks. But
Yeah.
I was pissed off about that because I thought the Hurricanes are the best team in the league.
Yeah. Dang.
It shows you how much I know about hockey.
Oh, I mean.
I had the Preds beating the Canucks, and that didn't work.
Yeah. First round.
That was an emotional pick.
Yeah. I get that, though. I totally feel that.
But no, I haven't really. Other than the only thing I do know is that Timberwolves jumped out to an early 2-0 lead on the Nuggets, and now it's 3-2.
No.
Nuggets won?
No.
3-3?
Now it's 3-3. The Nuggets won 3 in a row. They were 2-0.
Yeah.
Both the Timberwolves
in Denver.
Both won in Denver.
Yep.
Nuggets came back 1-2 in Minnesota. Then the Nuggets won 3 in a row. Last night, The Timberwolves beat the Nuggets by 45 points
Holy.
with everybody playing.
Really?
The Timberwolves beat the Nuggets by 45 points. Game 7 is on Sunday, and that's going to be a very exciting game to watch.
Yeah, I'll tune into that.
Yeah, dude, you have to. That's going to be very exciting. And tonight, the Knicks played the Pacers tonight. The Knicks are up 3-2.
Those two teams surprise me that they're in the playoffs this deep.
Well, what's crazy is that you know who the freaking Pacers had to get to where they're at? The Bucks.
Yeah. Well, also Giannis and Damian Lillard were both hurt. Correct?
Giannis was hurt, did not play a single game.
Yeah.
And the Pacers beat the Bucks 4-2. The Bucks had 2 wins in that series. Dame didn't play 3 out of the 6 games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know,
Not full strength.
not at all. I mean, your number one player, who is like arguably one of the best, if not the best player in the league right now, was not playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, then you got the Mavericks and the Thunder right now. Mavericks are up 3-2. Thunder's got some crazy young, exciting talent with Chet Holmgren, Josh Giddey.
I don't like Chet Holmgren.
And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I like him.
Really?
I'm a pretty big fan of him.
Maybe it's just his face.
He looks funny, but you hear him talk and the way he acts, like he's a young kid. He was a rookie last year.
Yeah.
He was a rookie last year. Didn't play a single game last year because he got hurt before the season started.
Mm-hmm.
So this is technically his rookie season. But you hear him talk, and he seems like a good kid. You know what I mean? He's 20 years old.
Maybe I haven't paid much attention. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, it's
like that young
yeah
energy in him. I'm just kind of like, you don't know, kid. Which again, I'm 26. Like I don't know either. But like I have 6 years on the kid.
Exactly, we do. And then but it's like also he's 20 years old, making millions a year.
Yeah,
I would be acting a fool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I would be too.
He's pretty fair for what he does. Speaking of that, I was opening a pack of basketball cards 2 days ago and pulled a Chet Holmgren rookie card.
Did you really?
I'm sending it off to get graded. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was pretty stoked on that. I'm looking to buy a 2018-2019 pack of basketball cards, but it's going to be expensive because the chances of getting a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander rookies in there, and his rookie cards are going crazy right now.
Really?
Crazy right now. It's absurd. So we'll see. But for just a little side note, another thing I've gotten hyper obsessive into recently is sports cards, and now is a great time to buy cards. No matter what, if you want to go buy Panini Prism, if you want to buy Don Russ, if you want to buy Topps, whatever, Upper Deck, NBA, this season NBA, if you can pull a Victor Wembanyama rookie card out of any of those boxes, your best chance is to buy boxes over packs. Because the chances are just, and you can get a box anywhere between $30 and $50. If you can pull a Victor Wembanyama rookie card, that will pay for 2 boxes of cards. If you could sell it raw, which is just the card, or you can get it graded and make even more money. But if you get a Victor Wembanyama rookie card, you're looking at a decent amount of money right now, and the chances of doing that is really not that hard. How hard it is to get rookie cards. So
chances are pretty high.
Chances are pretty dang high. Like it's probably. Let's say you have 3 boxes of cards. There's probably a 1 in 3 chance that a Victor Wembanyama rookie card is in one of those 3 boxes. So you got a 33% chance if you're willing to buy a box, and then that would pay. You get a Victor Wembanyama rookie.
That's like an 11% chance. If you got 3 boxes.
Yeah.
Are you saying like for each box there's like a 33% chance in each box?
No, I'm saying like for you have 3 boxes, there's a chance that a Victor Wembanyama is in one of those 3.
Okay. So 1/3 chance.
33%.
33%. Got you.
Yeah, but then if you hit that Victor Wembanyama rookie, you can go out and buy another box for free, and that Victor Wembanyama rookie paid for it if you want to sell it. If you decide to sell it, your money's back. You're making profit, so you might as well. But with that being said, it's kind of hard to find this year's basketball cards right now, especially in Panini Prisms, which is like the ideal card you want to have. But even if you get like a Mosaic or a Don Russ, Victor Wembanyama rookie, you're looking at anywhere from $40 to $80. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's an exciting time to be into sports cards, and Victor Wembanyama is a great prospect.
Yeah, I mean Dominic and Colby Both of them.
Yeah, I've Snapchatted Dominic a decent amount about sports cars, and
Dom just recently got into it. Colby's been grinding in it for probably over a year now.
Yeah.
He's got some wild pools.
Yeah.
They're really big into like baseball cards though.
and I get that.
And I think baseball cards have been around the longest.
Yeah.
Basketball and baseball have usually been the top two. Football kinda.
Yeah, football, there's some early, like, you got your Earl Campbells, your Jim Browns, and football, old cards, but like your baseball's the oldest.
Yeah, baseball
it's America's
is like,
sport.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Baseball, like, the most expensive card ever sold was a Mickey Mantle, and before that, it was a Honus Wagner, which a Honus Wagner card is a card that's about a third of the size as today's card standard size. Honus Wagner was considered it's called a tobacco card. They came with tobacco. You bought tobacco back then, chance of getting a Honus Wagner in it, and that card sold. Granted, it's from like 1937, but
it's like the start of World War II.
Yeah, exactly. So, but if you pull that card, I mean, if you've chance of you finding that card are you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning than finding that card. But you're looking at 1.5 million if you find that card. Mickey Mantle, you're looking at 2 million. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Like, you have a better chance of finding a Michael Jordan rookie.
You have a better chance of getting struck by lightning.
You do. You really do.
Twice.
It's that crazy. Twice. You have a better chance of getting struck by lightning while getting eaten by a shark. You know what I mean? It's like that crazy of chances. But your life's being changed for sure.
Yeah.
Like, drastically.
100%. Yeah, baseball cards are wild. I mean, so my dad gave me a bunch of baseball cards and football cards that he had when he was a kid, and I went through them all. I even went as far as to go through them all and like separate them by teams.
Yeah, which is fun. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It took me like 2.5 days, but like I did it, and then I think I passed those off to Cooper, my little brother.
Yeah.
Lord knows, I think he still has them.
You actually, because whenever we worked at Fastenal together, I got back into cards like 2019, 2018, because that's the year I pulled a LaMelo Ball rookie card.
Mm.
And I remember whenever your mom was moving to Allen's and we were cleaning out your house, I came there with you one day and you found a shoebox with all those cards in it.
Yeah.
And they were definitely like cards from like early 2000s as well.
Oh, yeah, like 90s, 80s.
90s, 80s, but also like more recent cards. I'm not saying that was
a lot of those newer cards are ones that I bought.
Really?
Yeah, because like I had like a LaDainian Tomlinson rookie card.
That if you could find that, that's worth getting graded.
Yeah, and I had a few that were like jersey cutouts.
Yeah,
and I knew at the time like the more colors you had on that
those help.
cutout, it helps.
Mm-hmm.
But I had like I want to say I had like a who was it? It was a tight end, and now he's slipping my name. It was a white tight end.
Tony Gonzalez?
No, he wasn't a tight end. Jordy Nelson. Was he a tight end?
I don't know.
For the Green Bay Packers?
I don't know who Jordy Nelson is off the top.
Jordy Nelson is either a receiver or a tight end for the Green Bay Packers. I had his rookie card, but it was also a jersey cutout of that rookie card.
Yeah.
And it had all colors on it. It had green, white, and yellow on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
I was like, I thought that one was worth money, but like it just kind of, I was never going to sell them.
Yeah.
Because like my dad gave them to me.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a family thing.
Yeah.
So it was like, so then I passed them down to Cooper.
Yeah.
When I got out of it.
Yeah.
And Lord knows what he's done with them.
Yeah.
He probably still has them somewhere.
Yeah.
And Cooper's kind of sentimental like that, like I was. So I'm
Yeah.
sure he has them somewhere, but it would be cool to go through. I know I had some like Darryl Strawberry cards.
It would be cool. It would be cool to go through.
I had a baseball card that had Ken Griffey Jr. and there was a third Ken Griffey, right?
I don't know. There's a senior and junior. I don't know if there's a third.
It was 3 of them.
Yeah.
I remember that they were all 3 on the same card.
Could have been like Cal Ripken or something.
Maybe it was Cal Ripken. I had all 3 of them, the lineage, on one card.
Yeah.
And I remember having that card, thinking that was pretty cool.
That is really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, but who knows, dude? I probably could have had some money in there.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I think everybody, for the most part, does. Especially if you're pulling cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like Brian Urlacher, Deion Sanders on the Falcons, like Randy Moss on the Vikings.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
some wild stuff. But
Yeah.
the cards are wild, dude.
Yeah, they are. I was just going through mine the other day. I have a Barry Sanders jersey piece. I have a Roger Craig jersey piece. I have a Percy Harvin rookie card jersey piece.
Hey, shut up.
Yeah, shout out
Shout
Florida,
out
dude.
Percy, bro.
Yeah, I know. Number 12.
Yep.
Dude, I still have his jersey from when he played for the Vikings, and I have his rookie card. I have Adrian Peterson's rookie card, which I'm going to get sent off to get graded. Cards are fun, though, dude. They're fun. And it's... As much as you're into sports, I'm surprised you aren't a little bit more into cards, because that's definitely like they kind of fall down the same column.
I know, dude. I just feel like my bandwidth is just so.
Dude, you have no idea. Don't even get me started, bro.
I'm saying, like, I know you have a very large bandwidth. I feel like I really don't. I feel like as much time and energy as I invest to stuff,
Yeah.
like, I don't really have that large of a bandwidth. Maybe I'm just not pushing it hard enough. But then again, like, having, like, general, like, I guess just, like, mental clarity and, like, mental health and, like, just focus and inner peace, like, it's hard to push that boundary anymore.
Yeah, it is, but I think your brain also, like, we have what we use, like anywhere between 3 and 6% of our brain. Our brain has so much bandwidth that it's like, it's easy to, whenever you get into those things, your brain will, like, sort it for you. Like, I can tell you so many different things about video games, about sports cards, about sneakers, and then I can sit here and we can have a great conversation about UFC fighters, who's going on in the UFC, NBA. Like, I think, and you know all the things that you know things about. You know what I mean? I think you can dive deeper than you think you can, while also having mental clarity.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just like.
But there's also a time commitment too.
And see, that's the thing is like with the time commitment is like.
Do you want to? You know,
and like don't get me wrong, like I want to do stuff like that, but at the same time, like with my job, like it does take up a lot of my time. I am in sales, like if somebody called, like today, we were getting ready to do this podcast, and like I was dealing with something, trying to get something figured out for people, you know, to get whatever they needed for the weekend to do work, and like I got off at 3:30. I was dealing with that until 5.
100%.
So I mean, it's just like duty calls. Like I gotta go.
Yeah.
And the only reason I feel that way, because like most of the time I'm just like, no, like I'm off at 3:30.
Yeah.
After that I'm done. But at the same time, it's like I get paid pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm not tooting my own horn, but like I get paid pretty well to do what I do. So it's like, yeah, this is what comes with the territory.
Yeah, exactly. And that's totally fair. Exactly. As you should do that.
Yeah. And it also at the same time, like I do a lot of like, we have a lot of training with my job. So like I'm in training classes, you know, at least once a month, if not more than that.
Yeah. Going
out and seeing different plants and stuff. Like I have a huge part of my bandwidth like taken up of just like learning this industry I'm in.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I know I have the bandwidth for it, but it is just kind of like a lot of times I get off work and I'm just like mentally done. It's just like, let me go work it out at the gym.
Yeah.
I get home and make dinner and it's just like, all right, I have like 2 hours to myself.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'm using 1 hour to like watch whatever I'm watching. The other hour is like reading my Bible and getting that right. And as soon as I'm done with that, it's like shower, go to bed.
Yeah.
Repeat.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that 100%. I think it just comes down to the individual. None of us have this anywhere close to the same life.
And maybe I could definitely be like less regimented.
Yeah.
You know, which and there's again back to moderation. Like there's a point to where you could be like too regimented, to where like if anything knocks you out of that, it messes with your mental, like makes you agitated or whatever.
Yeah.
And that happens to me sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a very spontaneous person.
I could probably be more spontaneous.
Yeah. I like
I was spontaneous yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just dropped $500 on a Bonnaroo ticket.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. Oh, time out, dude. I have to pee so bad.
All right. So we put up the poll this week. We're going to jump over into starting 5. We put up a poll this week, and I'm kind of disappointed in you guys after the last one, but it is what it is.
Come on now.
I know.
Come on now.
It was Drake songs.
Yeah.
Y'all picked Drake songs, and I'm only saying that just because of what we talked about here recently with the Kendrick and Drake beef, but it is what it is. I put up Kendrick, I put up J. Cole, Drake, and Big 3 collabs, and Big 3 collabs is going to be fire.
Drake song is probably the worst one.
Yeah, to
Out of
be
all
honest,
those
in
four.
my opinion, in your opinion.
Yeah.
But Drake's a good artist, I'm not going to cap. So we're going to do best Drake songs.
We will.
And to be honest with you, past 2016, 2017, dog water.
Yeah, dog water. Dog water.
But I'm going to go ahead and jump into my starting five real quick. Starting five Drake songs. I'm going to have an honorable mention because I'm not going to lie to you guys. Drake has a lot of fire songs. My honorable mention is going to be Best I Ever Had. That takes you back to a time and place. You remember exactly where you were when you first heard it. It's kind of like saying, it's kind of like saying, I remember exactly where I was when Michael Jackson died. I remember exactly where I was when 9/11 happened. It's just like one of those moments. It's just like one of those moments. Like you remember a time of your life when you were listening to
That was
Best
like
I
a
Ever
Michael
Had.
Scott moment.
Yeah.
I remember exactly where I was when
On
Michael
9/11.
Jackson died.
Yeah.
9/11.
So that's my honorable mention is Best I Ever Had. My number five is gonna be Weston Road Flows. Weston Road Flows. I thought it was a good example. It was a little bit later in Drake's career, but I thought it was a good example of him kind of saying like, "Yo, I still have it." I can make these melodies, but like I still have the rap game. And it was hard. It was a good song. So that's my number five. My number four is gonna be Pound Cake.
Get money.
Yeah.
Dollar bill, y'all. Yeah.
And that's got the Ellie. Yeah, it's got the Ellie Golden sample in it. Like, dude, fantastic record.
Dude,
and it's
that's a great
such
song.
a vibe.
That's a great
got
song.
Jay-Z in it. I mean, it's a fantastic song. So that's my number four is Pound Cake. My number three is Headlines. Headlines by
It's very
Drake.
fair.
One of the hardest records ever come off of Take Care. Arguably one of the greatest rap albums of all time. I can rap every word to that song. So my number three is gonna be Headlines. My number two, Hypher. Hell yeah, fucking right, dude.
Yeah.
It's got Lil Wayne on that record.
Yes, it does.
Bro, I can rap every word to that song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Great song.
Yeah.
And it was always a challenge to me to try to rap without taking a breath like they did. So my number two is Hypher. And my number one, Drake song of all time, may be controversial with all the hits that he has, but just the vibe it puts me in is Jungle.
Jungle. Yeah. Yeah,
If
that
you're
one
reading
really
this,
did
it's too
surprise me.
late. Jungle is like, dude, it takes me back to, it doesn't even take me back. Like, I could do this right now. I've done this recently. Dark, rainy night, driving home, driving somewhere, and you put on Jungle, dude, it's just like it's just a slow beat. It's just boom.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's
I
that
like
slow,
yeah.
and it's just a singing song. It's just like heartfelt, just like melodic Drake is like, I love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think that's
That's
when
a
he's
good
at
song.
his peak artistry.
Yeah.
So Jungle is my number one. So
Yeah.
just to run it back, before Bailey takes his, my honorable mention is Best I Ever Had. Number five is Weston Road Flows. My number four is Pound Cake. My number three is Headlines. My number two is Hypher. And my number one is Jungle.
That's good. I mean, that's really good.
Appreciate that.
I can't knock any of those. My different approach. I mean, I'm very big Drake fan early on. Huge Lil Wayne fan. Lil Wayne signed Drake, and then everyone was like, "Okay, Drake is the future." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's enough. That's enough of that. My first song, which is going to be my number five, is the most recent one. This is going to be as most recent as it gets. And I'm putting this at number five because I do like this song. I like the positivity of this song. It's very easy to listen to. It was an instant Drake banger, quote unquote. My number five is God's Plan.
That's a good one.
I do really appreciate God's Plan. Yes, it was overplayed. Yes, it stayed on the radio for like 5 years. You can still turn on 94.9 and hear God's Plan every now and then. You know what I mean? Very overplayed, but I do really appreciate and I do like God's Plan. That's my number 5, and then that's as recent as we're getting.
Yeah, that was like song of the summer for a while.
For sure.
Yeah.
It definitely was. Number 4, I think this was your number 4 too, is Heifer.
No, Heifer was my number 2.
Heifer's your number 2?
Yeah, Heifer was my number 2.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Heifer's my number 4. Heifer is such a great song.
Mm-hmm.
Heifer is such a great song. It's a very hype song. It embodies a certain period of time as well. Like you said, like Lil Wayne on the feature, dude. That song is incredible. Number 3. Number 3 is where it. I'm struggling with number 3 because I know what number 2 and number 1 are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Number 3 is kind of like just the digging in the barrel.
Do, 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 do.
Dude, number 3, I'll just have to go with Fireworks.
That's a good one.
Fireworks is really good. Another old Drake song. I really enjoy that song, and it just takes me back to a time period.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Fireworks. Fireworks is a great Drake song. Number 2. I do think this is such a hard rap song that Drake did. Lil Wayne did a remix to this song that is way harder than Drake's song, but if it weren't for Drake making this record, then this remix would not exist. But so check out this Lil Wayne remix whenever I tell you this. This Drake song is so hard. And this Drake song, my number 2 Drake song is Started From the Bottom. That is such a great song. That's such a fantastic song. That had everyone feeling cool when they listened to it. And it's still everybody now, whenever they have a little come up happen, turn on Started From the Bottom. Because we're hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Started From the Bottom is my number 2. Number 1, you probably won't guess this. This song's, I don't know, it spoke to me in a different way. It was the time period it came out in my life, and I just think about this song because this is the last Drake CD that I ever bought, and I had this CD in the 6-disc CD changer in the trunk of my 1996 Acura RL, and this song absolutely thumped. And it's not the song's not like that, but it's how this song hit in that car in that time period of my life. And it is from the album Nothing Was the Same. And that song is Too Much.
Dude, Too Much is a fire song.
Too Much is so good, dude. I can still listen to that song today, and man, that is my favorite Drake song that he's ever made. If I had to give an argument for Drake, that's the song I'm using.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's fair. To be honest with you, like that whole album, Nothing Was the Same. I remember when that released, what, 2014, 2015?
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
I remember that. That was like, he released it during football season. That's the only thing we played in the locker room.
I feel that, though.
The only songs we played.
Stayed the song, the CD that I was listening to.
It was such a good album.
That song's like Chance's Acid Rap. That song is like J. Cole's 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Yeah.
That's to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That it's just the pinnacle of that artist that it's like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It'll last forever. And for me, it's on that album, Too Much, for sure, my number 1 Drake song.
Too Much is a fire song.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got a good, like, coverage of Drake's music.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think we had any overlaps other than Heifer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. We didn't. And I think with the starting 5 we had for Drake, it shows that we do have an appreciation for him.
Yeah,
You know what I
I know we talked a lot. We talked a lot of crap on him, but to be honest with you, like, other than here recently,
Exactly.
I mean, Drake's a fantastic artist.
It's all we're doing now is somewhat judging him by the content of his character, context of his character,
Not the color of his skin.
not the color of his skin, but
no, I really think that since the Pusha T beef,
yeah,
I think that was a turning point for me with Drake. I was just like, you really ain't about it.
yeah,
You know?
and then followed up with the Meek Mill beef.
Yeah, and then follow it up with the Kendrick beef.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you're 0 for 3, homie.
Mm-hmm.
Quit picking fights.
Yeah, I know, but he's gonna act like he's never lost one. You know what I mean?
I heard something really funny today. It was on the George Janko podcast because they were talking about this beef. I can't remember the guy's name that he has on there. When he doesn't have a guest and it's just him, Bell, and this other guy.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy's kind of a little bit more into the rap stuff, but he said Drake is the Jake Paul of the rap game. He will lose, but spin it like he won.
Dude,
It is true.
that's so true.
It is so true.
That's so true.
He is the Jake Paul of the rap game.
Yeah, that's such a fair statement.
Pick fights with real people,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then get killed and
Yeah.
act like he won. But hey, I dropped you in round 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I beat the hell out of you for the other 12.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Man, that's another conversation we'll get into the future when it happens. But Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson, that's gonna be crazy. We gotta touch that in the future, but we'll wait on that.
I hope Mike Tyson touches Jake Paul a lot.
I know that he will.
I
I
hope
think
he.
it's dangerous for Jake.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't walk out of the ring.
He could kill Jake.
I'm not saying I hope he dies,
I don't want him to die either.
but I hope that they have to carry him out so he learns a lesson.
They might have to.
Don't mess with the greatest of all time.
Don't mess with the greatest of all time at 57 years old.
That'll still beat you.
That has a level of dog that no other man in the entire world has had a level of dog in him.
David Goggins doesn't even touch it.
No. The only other person that has anywhere close to that level of dog, his name is also Mike. Okay? Mike Jordan.
I don't even know if he's touching that.
Yeah, dude, that's a different... when it comes to beating someone...
Not just beating them athletically or in a sport.
Beating someone.
Yeah.
Whole nother level of dog.
Trying to kill someone and being okay
Bro.
with it.
Like, and you know what's crazy? You know what sports betting apps have the audacity to do?
Make Mike the underdog.
Yes. Bet the house.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Bet
that's
the
the thing
house.
is like I say that, but then again, like we were talking about it at work. I can't even trust these fights because I don't know if they're faked. I don't know if they're rigged.
I really would like to have faith that they're not.
I don't trust Jake Paul. I don't trust the Paul brothers. I know that you kind of like them, but
I
I
do.
really don't trust them.
Yeah.
I don't trust them.
Yeah.
Regardless of liking them or not, I don't trust them.
Mm-hmm. I do. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt because Jake rightfully lost to Tommy Fury.
Mm.
He owned that. He was getting beat the whole fight. He has no no business to being the favorite in this fight, and I think Mike Tyson might kill him. And if he doesn't, so what, dude? Congratulations, you just beat up a 57-year-old man.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's a lose-lose. It's a lose-lose here.
But to be honest with you, it's like I don't trust the fact that what happens if. This is the thing. This is where my mind goes with it. Jake Paul's team is probably telling Mike Tyson's team, if Mike has a kill shot, don't take it. Let the fight go on. Keep it entertaining for the fans. Make it a decision win, and you can have it. But can Mike Tyson turn that off?
That's what I'm saying.
Can Mike Tyson
Tyson's a
see
different
it?
Dog.
Can Mike Tyson see a kill shot and not take it?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
He will knock his head off his body
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Exactly.
bite his ear off.
Yeah. And bite his ear off. Dude, 100%. So I don't think Mike Tyson the man is going to let this fight be staged. The second he hears the freaking bell ring,
It's like PTSD.
dude. For real though, it really is.
Yeah.
He's seeing red. He's a shark going for the kill.
I would, dude. I would. No shot. I don't care what amount of money.
No, brother.
No amount of money
No.
is making me put gloves on and step in a ring with
No
Mike Tyson.
chance, dude. Jake's knocking 15 years off of his life. For real.
No shot.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there.
It's like we're prepared to pay you $100 million.
no,
No.
no.
What about 250? No.
No, dude. Like,
1 billion. I don't care how high this number gets. No.
yeah. You could pay me. You could make it $1 trillion gazillion dollars. If I don't see tomorrow, it means nothing to me.
I can't take it with me when I'm gone.
Exactly. I'm a vegetable tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm nothing tomorrow if I'm in the ring with Mike Tyson. One punch. My neck's broken. I'm disabled. I can't even use my arms anymore. I can't even play video games for a living if I tried. If I'm in the ring with Mike Tyson for 27 seconds.
I know.
Dude,
I'm right there with you.
You know what I mean?
There's no shot.
I don't care how many times Jake Paul puts that little freaking head thing on that has a weight to it and he's working out his neck, dude. You can't take a punch from Mike Tyson.
No shot.
No shot.
I know we said we are going to save that conversation for another time, but no, I don't care. That needed to happen.
Yeah. Dude, there's no chance.
There's no chance. Oh my God, sign here. No. Get the hell out.
Yeah.
I am not fighting Mike Tyson.
Holy cow, dude.
No.
I could have a gun and I'm not fighting Mike Tyson.
You think that hurts me?
Dude. Okay. Well, I think we covered that pretty well.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah.
I think this was a good podcast.
This is a great podcast,
Yeah,
dude.
this is a great one, especially with the mics now. We're getting a little bit more official, like
A whole lot of mics in this
a
podcast.
whole lot of mics. Very true. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
That's right, dude. Let's do it.